Have you ever met someone who has a smile that can brighten anyone's day? A smile that is so genuine and real. A smile that you can see thousands of miles away. There was a man in my life who possessed this God-given quality. This man was my Uncle Ray. He was an ordinary, hard-working man who spent most of his time just living day by day. He lived in Hobart, Oklahoma, but spent most of his time in Altus playing bingo. He attended church in Snyder at Mount Zion. He was a God-loving man. He would sit on the fourth pew in the church, waiting to worship the good Lord. He was a man with a giving, loving, and supporting heart, a heart made of gold. My uncle was an incredible, strong man whose soul was filled with God's love and grace. Every day that my uncle was alive, it never seemed like he had a bad day. He loved spending time with his family and friends, but most of all, he loved cooking on the grill. He always told me that I was his favorite niece. We would always come together and just have the best time. He always told me how proud of me he was, and I would do anything just to hear those words again. Although my uncle went through many tough times, he always showed an abundant amount of love and support to his family and friends. Love is a quality that my uncle possessed. His smile and huge hugs just made you feel so warm inside. When he decided to change his life for the better and devote it to Christ, it seemed like things started to get better, well, at least somewhat. He was battling this disease for over a decade, and it was like an ongoing process, and it was like no cured surgeries, nothing would ever help him. October 6th was the day that changed our lives. That was the day that we found out he only had like a month to live. So we spent the next month and a half by his bedside, loving and supporting him like he did for us. November 21st of 2018 was the day that we last heard his voice. 2 days later, he passed away from cancer at the age of 57. Sometimes the strongest amongst us are the ones who smile through silent pain, cry behind closed doors, and fight battles nobody knows about. As you can see, my Uncle Ray was someone that we could all look up to. He had so much courage and pain, and he endured so much pain. The smile that he had on his face was just so amazing, and it left a mark on everyone's life. I tried to instill such positivity into my life as he did. I will never be able to hear his voice, but I will always be able to reminisce about the times that we all shared. My uncle taught me how to love, but most importantly, he taught me how to hold on to my faith. I will always remember the smile that he had on his face. May he rest in peace.